If you were born in between March 31st and April 13th, you're what is called a Revati in Vedic astrology. Revati is a star that sits entirely in the Pisces constellation. It's ruled by Mercury. It's called the Star of Wealth, and its symbol is two fish. And this is because fishes are underwater creatures. And just like every underwater creature that swims, as soon as they stop swimming, they die. And so the fish symbolizes movement, and the fact that it's a fish and it being an underwater creature symbolizes water, okay? And water represents emotion. And so Ravatis are people that have to go with the flow of their emotions, that have to continuously swim. To swim means to act upon your emotions. These are people that have to take their emotions more serious than any other aspect of their life. And because these people are governed by the deity Pushan, who is the guider and the nourisher of souls, when a Revati follows their emotions and follows their heart, no matter how painful it is, they will be carried forward in life, and they will continuously progress, continuously, because Revati is the final star. It's the final zodiac sign in Vedic astrology. It's the very last one, and so these people are preparing for enlightenment. They're preparing. They're preparing for the next incarnation. Their main and primary motivation in this incarnation is moksha. It's enlightenment, and because Revati is exalted in Venus, which is the planet of love, art, and pleasure, these people are the most romantic individuals that you will ever meet. They are the most romantic people that you will ever meet. They are the most emotional people. They are the most compassionate. They are the most empathetic. They are the most sensitive. They're the most feminine types of people, even if they're men. And a lot of men don't like that, like to be called feminine. But I'm sorry, Ravatis carry the most feminine types of energy. It's literally exalted in Venus. Venus is literally the planet of femininity. But yeah, Ravatis are people that are very idealistic. They're extremely creative. They're very emotional. And these are people that have to follow their emotions. Like I said, no matter how painful it is. Because just like all underwater creatures who stop swimming, they die. And as soon as a Revati is living life void of emotion, and they stop acting upon their emotion because maybe it's getting difficult to do what your heart wants you to do, opposed to what your mind wants you to do. As soon as Revati stops following their emotions, they're not gonna physically die, but their life is gonna feel dead in the sense that it's not gonna go anywhere. They're not gonna feel like they're moving anywhere spiritually, and they're not gonna feel like they're going anywhere physically. And so, because Revati is governed by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of intelligence and communication and language, but it's also a Pisces at the same time, which is governed by Jupiter. These people are very philosophical. They're very curious. They're very communicative. But what they like to communicate about is big ideas, big things. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. And so these are people that have very expansive personalities. They have very large ideals, very large types of goals. And these are not people that can work regular types of careers. These are people that their heart has to be into everything that they do. As long as a Revati takes their emotions more serious than any other aspect of their life, Pushan will continuously push them forward, and they will continuously progress in life. But as soon as they stop listening to their emotions, as soon as they start ignoring their emotions, this is when their life will become dead. And so as a Revati, your biggest lesson beyond following your emotions is learning how to channel your empathy and your compassion and your emotions into service without losing yourself in the process. And this is because Revati is the final stage of the zodiac, which means that Revatis have walked the paths of every other sign, which gives them a certain level of interconnectedness, understanding, and relatability to all people and all things. And so this is why Revatis feel so emotionally interconnected to everything and everybody, even for animals. And it's because Revatis have the most divine level of universal compassion. And so these people easily lose themselves in giving to others because they see themselves in everybody. This is what makes them so relatable to everyone. This is why they become famous so easily, because everyone can relate to them. But overall and all in all, as a Revati, learn how to say no to people. And the only way that you can say no to people as a Revati without feeling guilty is if you channel that empathy into some higher mission. If you continuously allow people to bring you down at an emotional level just so you can tend to their personal needs, they're going to take away the energy that you are given for your bigger types of ideals and your bigger types of purposes. And so as a Revati, you need all the emotional energy necessary for your ideas, for your creativity, and for your plans for the future. And so you can't allow people to pick away and pick apart at your energy, because you'll be draining that emotional energy that's supposed to be used for your manifestation abilities. And so if you're a Revati, when you have a goal, it's best for you to just pursue that goal by yourself, because people, your environment, and especially the people that you're connected to on an emotional level, they heavily affect your state of mind. So keep that in mind if you're a Revati. And to schedule consultation or to access my astrology book, go to my website, isaiah47.net. You can also find that in the link in my profile bio.